What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Real Fan Sports Channel, where today, Nonpfixion and myself are going to be giving you our tier list of all the NBA teams broken down by each division. Make sure to let us know whether you agree or disagree with how we ranked your favorite teams. Don't hold back on the account of us, but also don't forget to hit that like button and check out the rest of the tier list breakdown that will be linked at the end. Hope you'll have a great one, guys. Cheers.
The South East Division, which is going to start off with the Washington Wizards. Wizards, we got Beal. Beal is a good player, but is he worth the several? Yeah, I don't know about that. They got Will Barton. They got Kuzma. Kuzma's, I think, more into fashion than he is basketball lately. No offense, Kuzma. I actually like Joe and the Lakers. Then you have Porzingis, the unicorn. I still just can't get over that name. What's your thoughts on the Wizards?
Just like the player that you mentioned, the potential for them to have a good solid core is kind of there. It might be too much money thrown around at that team at this moment, but for whatever reason, Bill I don't know if he's just if he's just not that guy, And I don't see them as a championship contender whatsoever. I don't see them in Tier A either. And if I had to see a series between Washington and the Raptors, even with Bill, I feel like the Raptors still have a chance. There's no he's going to destroy them. No, the Raptors still have a chance.
Right.
So I'd have to put them in the B tier, to be honest. I have to put them in B tier.
The Wizards were 35-47 last year. I don't even know if I have them in the B tier. If you want to be honest with you, I think I kind of have them at the C. Like you said, they throw a lot of money over at Beal. They don't have much of a supporting cast around them. I just don't think the Wizards have really been that relevant since, Beal and Wall were a good little combo, but even that never fanned out the way that people thought it was going to be. And why do we think Beal and Kuzma or Beal and Porzingis is going to do that?
You're right about that. You're right.
I'm putting them at C.
When you kind of throw that frame around that picture, it makes sense, and I would say I can agree on the C. So sorry, Wizards fans. At least they're not lost at C just yet. One more big contract to the wrong player, they're there.
Yeah, I mean, they're at C now. They're just not lost. They're at least going in a general direction. But one wave, one good little current might draw them the wrong way. Then we're gonna go into a team that I'm super excited about. This team. I kind of can't wait to watch the Hawks play. The Hawks, they went ahead and traded and got DeJounte Murray over from the Spurs. Great young baller. Amazing defense, can create scoring opportunities for himself. I do think that he's going to go a little crazy out in Atlanta now that he's not held by Popovich's leash, as we saw him during the games that happened this summer where he was banging the ball off the back of the head of other players. I thought that was a little too much. Like I want to see a little less of that, but I'm okay with a little bit of it. I like a little bit of it. But then we got Trey, Bogdanovich, Capella. I like him. Where you got him? What you thinking?
This team is an exciting team. Now, here's my one thing. It deals with Trae Young. I think Trae Young should stop trying to focus on being Darth Vader. Stop trying to be the villain. Just play your game. Don't worry about being the villain or be the good guy. Just play and be you. Because he's so interested in doing the bow after hitting the big three and shutting teams down. It's like, just play your game. Just play. Your game speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Just play.
I agree. I agree and disagree just a little. And the reason I disagree is because that's just Atlanta. Like this team really speaks Atlanta. Like when I think of the Hawks, I think of an Atlanta team, kind of gritty, kind of got a little swag to them. Kind of cocky, kind of come up with some attitude. I like it. I like it. And maybe that's why I do like watching the Hawks play. I don't know if I want to put them at A, but I think they're a lot better than the Raptors.
They're definitely better than the Raptors. Now, are they on the same tier as Boston and Brooklyn? I could see them taking out Brooklyn in a 7-game series. I can see that. Boston, because of Boston defense and how they adjust fairly well, they may be able to do it. But then we saw what happened when Steph went Super Saiyan. So, and being that Trae is the most compared to player to Steph Curry, maybe they couldn't hold him. We never seen Trey really go that Super Saiyan, even though he's had some great games where he's turned it on and shut crowds up. But I can see him being a A tier. I can see that.
Let's go ahead and rock with it.
Yeah,
I'm cool with the A.
that.
I'm cool with the A. Make sure if y'all are just checking out this video of this division, make sure y'all check out all the videos because there may be some adjustments at the end. So don't get too excited or too mad/sad about our predictions because this tier list could change a little bit as we get through it. Charlotte Hornets, they got D'Angelo Ball. They got LaMelo Ball, but Melo just got hurt. I don't know what the extent of his injury is, but let's just assume that everyone's healthy in this situation. What do you think about the Hornets?
Even with LiAngelo getting $1 million for a 1-year contract, it's the Hornets. I don't know. They've never been one of those teams where you just knew right off the bat, oh yeah, they're going to the ship. They're going. No, that's just not. They'd have to be a B tier for me, even with LaMelo, and I like LaMelo a lot. I like him a lot, but I'd have to put him at a B tier.
I mean, when you look at the Hornets, them having Gordon Hayward, they have Oubre Jr., and then they had a guy in Bridges who was a great player, but he wants to go and beat up his wife/girlfriend, and I think a whole bunch of other stuff with it too. And now going to be seeing prison. It's like, boy, it's on paper the names look pretty good. It looks like a team that could put confidently in B and even edge of A, but I think they're below the Raptors.
I'm not even sure if they're below the Raptors, but I do see B. I see B. That's just the truth.
Let's go with it. Next up, Miami Heat. Miami Heat, number 1 last year, ran the East. Looked good, man, but they just kind of went quiet in the playoffs. And I feel like all hope went away from Miami right once our boy Lowry decided to do the full court flop. I will never forget that. I will never forget that. That was the highlight of the NBA playoff year.
That was a viral clip for us on Instagram too.
Right? Yeah. And then you're gonna have Tyler Hero, who's gonna go ahead and get paid $150 million. Oh God, what are y'all doing, Miami? But they still got Jimmy Butler with his new locks. So now he said he's gonna take him out possibly. But what's your thoughts on Miami?
Now, okay, so I think last year Miami, bearing that the injuries they don't have. Miami beats South Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Outright. I can say that confidently outright. If they don't have the injuries that they had at the end of Eastern Conference Finals, it'll be in Miami versus Golden State. Because Boston was barely holding on to a game lead, and it was really just Jimmy Butler going crazy like he did in the bubble. So it's like you couldn't hold one man. Like you couldn't hold one. I mean, Tyler Hero came back towards the end, but just wasn't 100%, so he couldn't really give his all. Of course, they had a bunch of injuries. So I think if this team is healthy, and this is like second or third year in a row that they've been at the top of the list and has been a number 1 seed, you got to give them a championship contender.
100% agree. Nothing changed from their team. Like really, there's not much shift. They still got Butler. They got Lowry. They got Haslam. They got Adebayo. They got I think you're right. Their defense alone, it puts them at championship contender. The Orlando Magic. They got Paulo Banchero. So I mean that's good. But I mean, maybe they should just take. Maybe they should just take it, try to get Wembanyama.
Oh my goodness.
They got Cole Anthony. They got Fultz. They got Mo Bamba. Do we think they are the first tankers, or do we put them lost at sea with the Knicks?
I don't know if they're lost at sea. I can see them tanking for Wembanyama. Oh man, that's a hard one with Orlando, because Orlando's they're another team that since I was a young person, they've been okay. You know what I'm saying? They've had great players that were drafted by them and picked up. Shaq's been there and Penny's been there, but it's like right now in this modern iteration of this team, I'd have to say they may be in for the sweepstakes.
Get your ballot.
Big bucks, no whammies. They're going for it.
Put them in the sweepstakes.
Put them in the closet. All right.